There was no plan. I was able to secure some details of what it costs to run an election, what electoral officials get paid, looking at the hire car rates, and I'm estimating just to run Medellin District 3 LLGs, it should be no more than 500,000. But we're hearing millions, 180 or 56 million. We have a minister making statements in Parliament claiming that he brought a submission to pass 186 million. Who gave him that authority? NEC has no authority to pass a budget of 186 million. Polling officials, even my own electorate, they said we were never paid. We signed up, we conducted the elections, we were never supported. There was no police presence because there wasn't enough money to pay police allowances. Mr. Speaker, I submit that the government is nowhere near ready to conduct the LLG elections.
Honourable Member Blumada.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, to affording myself the opportunity to contribute to grievance debate. Mr. Speaker, my grievance debate is in relation to the Minister of Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs' recent press statement reaffirming the Marape government's commitment to conducting the local level government elections as scheduled on the Thursday, 24th of April, which is just 4 weeks away. Mr. Speaker, I note of the earlier question without notice by my opposition colleague, Governor and member of East Sepik Provincial Electorate, Honourable Alan Bird, that was directed to the Minister for Administrative Services and Minister assisting the Prime Minister on constitutional matters concerning the same issue of LLG elections. The Minister replied to that question raised by the Governor that he informed Parliament that last week he had made an NEC submission for 180 million that would cater for both 156 million allocated towards LLG elections and 26 million towards the 5 by-elections. But I would like first to debate the issue concerning the statement by the Minister of Provincial Local Level Government Affairs, because he is the minister responsible under the provincial organic law and provincial national and provincial government elections, which is provided for under Section 271. Mr. Speaker, the minister's statement... Sorry. Okay. Mr. Speaker, the minister made a statement stating that he went on to state that the free and fair and safe election with a satisfactory result can only be achieved through a collaborative partnership among all stakeholders. This is the statement made by the Minister for Provincial Government Affairs. And he goes on to say, therefore, he urges the provincial governments and the district development authorities to take ownership of the LLG elections and support the PNG Electoral Commission in delivering a successful elections. He goes on to say the active support and leadership of all stakeholders are critical to maintaining the integrity of the electoral process and enabling our citizens to exercise their constitutional rights without interference and intimidation. Mr. Speaker, the Minister noted that he would like to extend his gratitude to the provincial governments, the DDAs and all stakeholders for their cooperation and support during past elections, and the continued collaboration and commitment will be essential for the success of the up-and-coming elections. Mr. Speaker, I submit that the government is nowhere near ready to conduct the LLG elections. There is no strategic report. The global standard is that a country, when it conducts its elections, it compiles a strategic election report, a strategic plan, confirming how it intends to roll out the elections. And that plan will provide strategic outcomes and how it intends to provide a free, a fair, and secure elections. It will provide clear programs on how it will conduct the polling, how it will conduct the counting. It will provide sub-plans on procurement plans on how it will procure the election materials, the ballot papers, the ballot boxes. It will have a strategic plan on security, on how it intends to address the risks of security in conducting its elections. And I don't believe the Electoral Commission actually has such a plan. I can go online and I can find so many countries who have a strategic plan, an operational plan, where they demonstrate exactly how they will conduct their elections. They will provide a detailed budget. This is all in the public domain. How they will conduct their elections, what they will spend on polling officials, what they will spend on logistics. That they've done an assessment of security, where the risks are, where the polling locations, where they've got previous instances or previous elections that are high risk, and what measures they are taking to mitigate those security risks from reoccurring. We have no such plan. Now, the last election, LLG elections, were left to the provinces and the district. The Electoral Commission was underfunded. It was not supported adequately. Funds came on the 11th hour, as we do in PNG, called PNG time, therefore disrupting their ability to conduct proper planning towards elections. So many of the service providers in the last LLG elections and polling officials, even my own electorate, they said, we were never paid. We signed up, we conducted the elections, we were never supported. There was no police presence because there wasn't enough money to pay police allowances. So the elections were ad hoc, managed poorly, and somehow got to a result on their own. But they left a lot of people unpaid. They left a lot of people who shouldn't be paid got paid. Okay, grievance debate, so directed towards the Speaker. So my point is that we are not ready. We had the Minister for Administrative Services claim he brought an NEC's submission for 186 million. However, the actual budget that this Parliament passed, that is the only authority to make provision for budgets, is 40 million. It's in the budget paper. We passed it. 40 million by law. So when we have a minister making statements in Parliament claiming that he brought a submission to pass 186 million, who gave him that authority?
Is he telling the truth?
NEC has no authority to pass a budget of 186 million.
Prime Minister, what is your point of order?
I want to point the member for Medang to Section 3 powers of the Minister for Treasury in Public Finance Management Act. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Prime Minister, I think your point of order is in order.
Thank you. I take note of the Prime Minister's. Now he's the one talking about giving legal advice. Mr. Speaker, while the Minister has Section 3 powers in terms of making payments or transfer of allocations of funding, however, they have to be for that specific purpose. So we had a UBS loan scandal that we spent some 20 million towards, or contribute towards, and the findings of that commission said only Parliament has the power. Section 209. Only Parliament. So if there's a submission to increase the budget appropriation that Parliament approved the 40 million, then it goes to NEC for submission, but it comes to Parliament. So unless it was a submission for a supplementary budget to bring back to this Parliament to increase the appropriation from 40 million to 186, then that decision, I would say, is unconstitutional. It's outside of the budget framework. So it's unclear how the Minister and the government plans to conduct the elections on illegal use of funds outside the budget framework and find themselves being challenged in court on this same issue. There is no electoral plan. There's no operational plan. The Electoral Commission, we're just hearing millions. I had the opportunity to go and sit down with the Electoral Commission manager in Medang and ask, what are the preparations? And he said, no money. There was no plan. I was able to secure some details of what it costs to run an election. What electoral officials get paid, looking at the hire car rates, and I'm estimating just to run Medang District 3 LLGs, it should be no more than 500,000. But we're hearing millions. 180 or 56 million. The reality is, once payment goes to Electoral Commission, it ends up paying previous bills. And we don't even know if those bills are lawful or vetted or legitimate. And the question goes whether it's just a racket to get money and everybody gets paid. We have no visibility. So while a good minister for provincial local government affairs is saying we need to work in partnership, well, where's the partnership? Where's the plan? Where's the budget? Because we got nothing. We had a census that we don't even know what the outcome is yet. A census you can conceal outcomes and delay and talk, you'll get the result later. We're talking LLG election. Now, what is certain between now and then is law and order is worse.
Honorable Member for Madang, sorry for interrupting you. Your time.
1 minute
for
stop yet,
debaters,
Mr. Speaker.
1 minute.
Thank you. How about you? I didn't want more minute again. So, Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Member, your point of, what is your point of order, Minister?
I reserve my debate to other day, but I want to contribute to grievances debate.
thank you, Mr. Assistant Speaker. So, we got 1 minute yet. Yes.
Summarize your.
Or 2 minutes. Mr. Speaker, I put to this government that it has the opportunity to do this properly. Now, I looked at the dates, and if we delay the dates to June 24th, we will still complete LLG elections or polling before September, the independence date of 50 years. In that time of these 3 months, the Electoral Commission, the Minister for Provincial Affairs and Administrative Services can finalize a plan that can have consultation with the relevant DDAs and the provinces, and we can all contribute and ensure that we get a proper LLG elections and not a failed elections, and another 150,000 to run that out, because it's not organized. There will be security issues, and there may even be deaths. And this government has to be responsible and to take all these matters into consideration. My time's up for grievance debate. Thank you, Assistant Speaker.
Honorable Member for Mulbaya.